What is up, Future Millionaires? Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to be making a video for y'all and talking to you guys today because I have successfully given birth in Senegal, West Africa. I just cannot wait to walk you guys through what it's been like. I tried to get as many videos as I could while I was in the hospital, but I'm not gonna lie, I was breastfeeding, I was knocked out. So I do have some clips that I'm gonna lay through this video, but I really wanted to talk to you guys about just overall what the experience was like. And I'll probably make a part 2 to this video, but what I would love for you guys to let me know in the comments is what specific questions you have, because there's so many things to talk about. But let's get started. All right, grab your notebooks, grab a pen, and let's get into these gems.
Ellie talks money to create the better days. Business, money, life, the Ellie way.
All right, y'all, I am super grateful. So I'm a few weeks postpartum, and honestly, my postpartum recovery process has been amazing, so relaxing. I'm at home. You guys know that here in Senegal, I have a nanny, we have a live-in cook, and my parents are here. So my mom is here, my dad is here. And of course, y'all know my husband is just top tier, right? So amazing, so supportive. And I'm really grateful for this postpartum experience because if you guys know my story, when I was married to my ex, my previous husband, I was immediately back at work. I remember when I had my daughter, I was immediately back at work within 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I don't even know how I did that. And when I had the twins, just stressed, I ended up separating from my husband and starting the divorce process 2 months after they were born. So that just shows you what was going on, So just this postpartum experience has really been just an answered prayer, truly. So I'm very grateful. And that's a good idea. Maybe in the next video, I'll kind of do what a day looks like for me. Most of the day I'm breastfeeding, y'all. So it's not super exciting, but just so you guys can see the pace here and how I'm kind of slowly getting back into work. But let me go over what the birth experience was like, and how I'm feeling as a new mom and all the things I'm thinking about. So first things first, as a new mom, one of the first things that has really been on my mind is, wow, now I have this baby number 5. I really want to make sure that this baby has all of the important things taken care of. So making sure they have accounts open, making sure I have an investment account for them, making sure that they're added to my trust, making sure that they have life insurance, making sure that since they're born abroad, that they also have their, American papers. So all of these things we've had to take care of at the embassy. And, it really just is almost like a checklist, right? And one thing I've really realized is that as a new mom, sometimes you don't have time to think about these things, right? Your main priority is making sure the baby's okay, making sure the baby is fed, bathed, diaper changed, and occasionally we try to remember to take a shower. But these things are so key, especially things like life insurance. Now, you guys know I talk to you guys about the importance of life insurance all the time. You guys know that one of my favorite companies to get a quote so quickly and start getting covered so quickly is Ethos. I just want to remind you guys that you need to do this ASAP, and let me just show you how easy it is to get done. Hey everyone, so I'm expecting my 5th little one this year, and I'm so excited. But if you're a parent or if you're thinking about having children in the future, I'm sure you can relate that during this time, your mind fills up with a lot of what ifs. And I recently learned that parents skip out on life insurance up to 40% of the time simply because they think it's too expensive, right? And that is shocking because you're preparing for this new life, you're growing your family. Right now, protection is so important. And I want you guys to understand just how simple and affordable it actually can be to secure life insurance. So let me show you guys how you can do this now with Ethos. Let me show you just how easy it is to get a quote with Ethos, all right? You're gonna put in your information, a few simple questions. And here's the thing, with no medical exams, you can get policies up to $2 million in coverage. And what I love here is that you can customize this to your budget so that you're paying exactly what you can pay. And that's important, right? We want to make sure this fits within our lifestyle. You're answering a few simple health questions. You can do all this in a few minutes and get coverage the same day, right from your phone or right from your computer. This means more time for what's important to you, your kids, your business, your family. That's what counts. So as you can see, getting your quotes, getting covered can be as quick as just a few minutes and as simple as a few clicks on your phone or on your computer. And that's really why I love Ethos, because they make it easy for you to stay focused on what's actually important during this time, which is preparing for this bundle of joy, focusing on your family, protecting your family, because that's what we're all here to do, right? So I want you guys to click the link in my description, head to Ethos's site, get your quote, and make sure that you get covered. See you soon. All right, y'all. So, getting all of those kind of core to-dos out of the way in terms of what I've been thinking about as a new mom when it was time to give birth. So I don't know if I've shared this with you guys before, but I have had 2 cesareans and 1 natural birth. And because I've had 2 cesareans, my doctor recommended this time around that I do a 3rd cesarean. And that was hard because I did want to do a natural birth, but I appreciate my doctors not wanting to take the risk. I have 4 other kids, God forbid, but I would hate for anything to happen. So, I made peace with it. I made peace with the fact that I was gonna have another cesarean, and the staff really did an amazing job. So we were scheduled for our day, and they waited until the last possible moment. So I was basically just a few days shy of 40 weeks. So I'm very grateful because the baby was able to go all the way to full term. And y'all, let me tell you, when this baby was born, he was almost 9 pounds and almost 23 inches, like a whole 2-foot baby. So my doctor was like, honestly, it's probably a good thing that we did a cesarean because you could have had a very long labor process with this big baby. So, it all worked out. God is good. I'm grateful. But yes, so we were able to tour our hospital suite in advance. So I knew exactly what room I was gonna be in, and we were able to choose one of the biggest rooms that had an ocean view. I'm gonna put some clips in here so you can see, but we were able to choose one of the biggest rooms that had an ocean view. It was gorgeous. So I knew where I was going. I had already met my nurses. I was able to, of course, meet my anesthesiologist in advance, of course, my doctor, and all of the people who are gonna be attending to me that day. We met them about 2 or 3 weeks before the actual scheduled date. And I loved that. All my other children have been born in the US, but I've never experienced that. Sometimes you don't even have the doctor that you've been seeing for the whole pregnancy if there happened to not be on shift that day. You don't even have the same doctor. So it was so amazing to meet everyone in advance and to kind of know what's gonna happen. I think that really helped to put my anxiety at ease. In addition to that, so I went in the night before because they scheduled a cesarean for 6 or 7 a.m. So, my nurses got me ready. And one thing I also loved is that they asked me about my birth plan. They asked me, what do you want to do? Do you want the baby to be only breastfed? If so, we will, not give the baby anything. We'll let you nurse right away. They said, do you want the baby to sleep in the room with you, or do you want us to take the baby so you can rest? They just really gave me, I feel like, so much choice. And as a Black woman giving birth in the US before, I don't remember having that experience. I think that you have to really loudly tell them or advocate what you want, but I don't remember ever being asked, is this what you want? So I really appreciated that too. So fast forward, the cesarean went well. I was so nervous, but my doctor, played some Al-Quran for me me to just help me calm and help me be soothed. And that was so nice. That was so nice. I really appreciated that because he could visibly see that I was nervous. You know, I was like getting emotional, but just taking that extra time to like hold my hand, to play a little bit of music, like that meant so much. And I've never experienced that before. So that was really nice. Fast forward, the baby arrived. And, you know, it was just fantastic. I really felt so taken care of. I felt so taken care of. And I think a part of my nerves, and I'm sure a part of y'all's nerves in thinking about me giving birth in another country is like, you know, is it gonna be safe? You know, I mean, I was afraid, like, you know, and this is no shade to Senegal or anything, but Senegal is not the same level of development as America. So when I first became pregnant, I was very worried about giving birth here. But truly, I feel like my experience here was better than my experience back home. And one more thing I want to talk to you guys about is the cost, okay? So for 5 days in the hospital, in the biggest suite, you know, including the cesarean, the cost of giving birth here, a private birth at a private hospital is about $3,000. And that's without insurance. Now, y'all know giving birth in the US is what, 20,000, 30,000? It's insane, right? And the level of care is lower. I'm like, this is ghetto. So it just really goes to show that America is overcharging for everything. And I want you guys to look at some of these clips because the food that I was given was so good. And they were so conscientious about giving me healthy food. I don't remember this with my other cesareans, but they wouldn't even let me have bread. They wouldn't let me have rice. Like everything was soup, you know, like a type of grain that's just very easy on the digestive tract, especially coming out of a cesarean. So really just so much thoughtfulness. Oh my gosh, this video could end up being like 30 minutes. There's so many things I want to go over. So we've covered some of the to-dos like life insurance, getting the account set up. We've talked about what it was actually like to go through the preparation for the birth. I'm going to show you guys some clips for after the birth and like what our food looked like, what my room looked like. But why don't you guys comment below what other questions do you have? And I'm also going to make a list so I can make a part 2 to this video so we can talk more about it. But truly, it was such an amazing experience. I cannot wait to share some photos with you of the baby, our baby boy. He's so cute, y'all. I love this baby phase. Like, they're just so cute, so cute. I'm so grateful to God. And I'm so excited to just take you guys with me on this journey. So, you know, help me get a little bit better at this kind of vlogging style, you know, answering your questions. But I will definitely make a part 2 so we can go into even more detail and let me know what questions you guys specifically have so I can prepare those for the next video. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.